Hello, welcome to your Chapter 10 Principles of Evolution Biology Read Aloud. Make sure you have your notes and book to complete this test, and let's get started. Remember, when I'm reading these, I do have a time limit, so if I'm reading too fast, make sure you are pausing the video, replaying it as you need. Work at your own pace. When you open up the test, you will see Section 1 is the instructions. When you move into Section 2, you will see it as your class information. You will fill in your first name, your last name, and your class period. Section 3, number 1. What is the term for a feature that allows an organism to survive better in its environment? Variation, adaptation, homologous structure, or vestigial structure? Number 2. All of the individuals of a species that live in a particular area are called a variation, fossil, population, or group. Number 3. The remnant of an organ that had a function in an early ancestor is known as a vestigial structure, an analogal structure, homologous structure, or fossil structure. Number 4. What observations did Charles Darwin make about finches in the Galapagos Island? The same species of finches lived on all of the islands. Different species of finches lived on different islands. Various species of finches lived on just one of the islands. Or identical species of finches lived in South America. Number 5. Which scientist developed a classification system for organisms? Carlos Linnaeus, Charles Darwin, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, or Georges L. de Buffon? Once you are done with Section 3, go ahead and continue on to Section 4. When you first open Section 4, you will see Figure 10.1. Make sure you are referring to it as you answer number 6. The tortoise from Empinian Island, shown in Figure 10.1, would likely be better adapted than the Albemarle Island tortoise of which of the following environments? Areas with short plants and mosses, areas with no plants and sand dunes, area with lots of taller plants, or areas with only tall trees. Number 7. Which theory states that floods and earthquakes have occurred often in Earth's history? Uniformitarianism, natural selection, catastrophism, or artificial selection? Figure 10.2 will help you answer question number 8. Make sure you refer back to it. Number 8 says, the hind leg bones shown in the whale in Figure 10.2 are examples of homologous structures, analogous structures, fossil structures, or vestigial structures. Number 9. Charles Darwin found fossils that looked like ancient versions of living species. From this evidence, Darwin suggested that Earth was much more than 6,000 years old, less than 6,000 years old, only 6,000 years old, or about 1,000 years old. Number 10. What is the process in which humans breed organisms for certain traits? Natural selection, inheritance of acquired characteristics, artificial selection, descent without modification. Number 11. Individuals that are well adapted to their environment will survive and produce fewer mutations, more offspring, stronger genes, or better traits. Number 12. Natural selection results in change over time by acting on traits that are heritable, new, mutated, or better. Number 13. What is the study of the distribution of organisms around the world? Paleontology, geography, geology, or biogeography? Number 14. Fossil evidence show that structures considered in vestigial in living organisms are not found in ancient organisms, have always been vestigial, were useful to their ancestors, or do not fill gaps in fossil record. Number 15. Which theory ties the field of biology and geology together? Evolution, uniformitarianism, catastrophism, or gradualism? Once you are finished with section 4, go ahead and move to section 5. When you click on section 5, you will see figure 10.3 and make sure you are using that to answer all of questions 16 through 19. Number 16 says, the forelimbs of the organism in figure 10.3 are examples of what type of structures? Homologous structures, analogous structures, vestigial structures, or fossil structures? Number 17. Which of the following statements are true about the functions of the three forelimbs in figure 10.3? Structure A is a human arm, which is used for lifting and carrying items. Structure B is the fin of a whale and is used for swimming. Structure C is the wing of a bat and is used for flying, or all of the above. Number 18. What do these structures in figure 10.3 indicate about the evolution of the three organisms? They share a common ancestor, or the organisms develop similar structures as an adaptation to a similar environment. Number 19 says, what would be an analogous structure to structure C in figure 10.3? The hoof of a cow, the wing of a flying insect, the extended wrist bone of the panda, or the perching foot of a bird? Once you are finished with section 5, move to section 6. You will see that figure 10.4 will be used to answer questions 20 through 23. Again, please refer to figure 10.4. Number 20 says, which species from figure 10.4 has the most amino acids that are different from those of humans? Chicken, mouse, rhesus monkey, or lamprey? Number 21. Which species has the most amino acids in common with humans? Rhesus monkey, mouse, chicken, or frog? Number 22. True or false? The data in figure 10.4 indicate that humans and rhesus monkey share the most recent common ancestor because they have the most similar amino acids in the hemoglobin protein. True or false? Number 23. Which organisms in figure 10.4 share the most distant common ancestors? Frogs and humans, mouse and lamprey, humans and lamprey, or rhesus monkey and chicken? Number 24. Darwin's 4 steps of natural selection did not include adaptation, overpopulation, selection, or artificial selection. And number 25. Which of the following describes natural selection? It acts on genetic material directly, it forms new genetic material, it acts on existing physical traits, or it forms new traits. That is your test. Make sure you submit it when you are done. Good luck!